Hollywood becomes more franchise-driven and those franchises don't end, and Hollywood refuses to consider discovering new talent for major roles, they start to have to share actors, and that's exactly what's happening with Oscar Isaac, as it looks like Disney and Fox are going to share the up-and-coming artiste or auteur. Yes, Oscar Isaac has a wonderful background. He's from Juilliard. He studied with Jessica Chastain, which she's noted in a lot of the press for their upcoming film together, A Most Violent Year, saying, oh, it's so great to finally make a film with Oscar Isaac. I've become a big Oscar Isaac fan based on his work on The Two Faces of January. That's the movie that sold me on him. I didn't like him so much in Inside Llewyn Davis, but it certainly got him a lot of attention, especially during award season when he got quite a few nominations. And I think that's clearly what they're going for here by casting him as Apocalypse in the upcoming film, of course, X-Men Apocalypse, set for 2016. And that's a prestige actor. With the exception of Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart, and also I think Michael Fassbender, this will be one of the highest profile in terms of, pedigree actors to bring onto the franchise. Everyone else largely has a lot of mainstream appeal. I guess you could also bring in Jennifer Lawrence as well, too. I think she has a very interesting persona as an actress, is that even though she gets plenty of awards nominations and wins Oscars, she's actually the only actress in the cast to actually have an Oscar. She has done such a good job keeping herself grounded in terms of her interviews and also being such a big franchise player with both X-Men and The Hunger Games that she still seems just more like your everyday girl next door, which is, part of her appeal and something that she's trying to perpetrate as an image. Oscar Isaac, though, he wants to be a really serious actor, and I think that it'll be interesting to see if he can move in the franchise direction so strongly with both this and Star Wars. And that's the big question. How is he going to promote both movies, and how is he going to differentiate his performances? If I were Disney, I would not be too happy with this news, and I would wonder if perhaps going forward studios should consider putting something in their contracts for these big franchises saying you have to be exclusive to our universe, and you can't go and cross over into some other world for a competing studio. Disney and Fox don't have the greatest relationship, especially when it comes to their Marvel properties, as we hear all the time with that, for instance, Fantastic Four scuffle, where Marvel Comics decided to bench the comic in an effort not to aid the property that, the one that got away, along with the X-Men. But Oscar Isaac, I think one of the good things about him being cast as Apocalypse is that he has, I think, somewhat, at least in the correct range in terms of his ethnicity. He's actually Guatemalan, but I think he can convincingly play someone from Egypt. The question is, will audiences accept him as an Egyptian character? I know some people wanted to see Dwayne Johnson, and Dwayne Johnson is also much bigger in stature. This calls into question what kind of Apocalypse will Oscar Isaac be playing? Will he be playing more of an intellectual, brooder, or the mad titan? Really, Apocalypse to some degree is X-Men's Thanos. So will they be using special effects? Will it be done with motion capture? Or are they just going to, get out some white powder and Oscar Isaac can join Jennifer Lawrence in the makeup trailer for full body paint downs? I would like to see Oscar Isaac actually play the role. I think he looks a little similar to Hugh Jackman in terms of the type of looks that they have, and he does seem a little small to me for the role, but I would hate to see motion capture technology get in the way of a really stellar performance. It's never stopped Andy Serkis, but Andy Serkis is Andy Serkis. But I'm curious to what you think of this casting. Do you think it's the best casting that they could have gotten for this role? Do you think it packs the punch necessary, or do you think Oscar Isaac hasn't proven himself, beyond the Hollywood elite and the awards, prestige circuit? Is he someone the fans can be excited about? What do you think this means for Star Wars? How do you feel about having such a strong crossover between the two franchises, and whether or not studios should insist on exclusivity, especially again as the talent pool gets dried up with just so many opportunities and roles actually that just need to be cast? And do you think Hollywood maybe should consider unknowns instead of double dipping like this? So that's the big casting announcement. I do to some degree wonder how big a casting announcement it is, but we'll see. I look forward to discussing this with you down below, especially as X-Men tries to get on the board with headlines and battle Marvel and DC for your attention. All right, thank you so much for tuning in, and you can check out some more episodes right now.